Ok. Bienvenidos a todos. Espero que estén muy bien. Feliz miércoles. Bienvenido a esta Masterclass, una clase muestra de lo que es nuestra Masterclass 3.0 de inglés. Hoy no estoy sola, estoy acompañada de Suzanne, que es profe aquí en Universidad, desarrolladora también de todo lo que es el material pedagógico a nivel inglés, ¿no? Con Universidad. Suzanne también es de Montreal, pero es nativa anglófona, entonces, pero también habla francés, por supuesto, y también un poco de español, ¿verdad? Suzanne.
Un poco, sí.
Sí, perfecto. Solo quiero ver si está funcionando. Ya estamos live. Perfecto. 3 personas nos están viendo. Súper. Entonces, chicos, si pueden tal vez comentar, decirnos si están viendo el chat. Si pueden escribir en el chat, sería genial para ver si por ahí podemos tener un poquito de interacción. Entonces, si quieren decir de dónde son, por qué necesitan inglés, sabes en qué proceso migratorio están, cualquier cosa, por qué necesitan el inglés, los queremos leer. Solo para decirles también que estamos, pues esta clase va a ser, pues, con las transcripciones en español, pero 100% en inglés, de forma lenta, para que puedan también acostumbrarse a escuchar el inglés, ¿ok? Y que sea como una inmersión completa. Y también que se queden hasta el final porque sí les tenemos un descuento, regalos especiales, entonces no se los quieren perder. Vale, entonces sin esperar más, Suzanne, te dejo el espacio para platicarnos un poquito más de lo que es la Masterclass y empezar con el material de hoy.
For sure. So hello, everyone. My name is Suzanne. I'm a teacher here at America, but I also designed the Masterclass program for you guys. So to speak a bit about why we created the Masterclass and what it is about is I've been teaching for a few years now, so I really understand what people need to be able to meet new people, find a job, navigate in a new country. So I think we really created this program so you're able to use words that you will use in everyday conversation, work on grammar while focusing on things that are helpful and vocabulary that you can use every day. So it's a really good program if you're new to English and you want to be able to learn quickly and have conversations quickly. So every class that we have, we created with a theme. Una tema, I think, and we did things like jobs, so trabajar, meeting new people, weather, clothing, shopping, and today we're going to give an example of one of our very special classes, questions, and this one was really fun to make and it'll be fun to use, very useful. So today we're going to give a short class, 20 minutes, about how to talk with people for the first time. Let's say you meet somebody, how do you ask them what their name is, where they are from? So today is an example of the useful language that we learn and use every day with the Masterclass. Does that sound good with everyone? We're ready mode?
Yes, we're ready.
Amazing. So if we're all ready, let's give an example of one of our classes in the Masterclass. This one is asking questions, and as you can see, it's number 4. So it's a special class because we're going to do 2. This is the first in all of them. But you can see that in English, there are many different types of questions, just like in Spanish. There's questions that are WH, which is what we will be doing today. WH questions, what are they? Where are you? Who are you? Those types of questions. Another class, next class, would be yes, no. That's another type of question. So are you here? ¿Estás aquí? Yes or no? Yes, I am here. So today, WH questions, very useful. And there are 5 types of WH questions. We talk about these, we use them every day. Who? What, where, when, why, and a special extra when we talk about how. So I'm sure you have used these in Spanish every day. We use them in English every day. We're going to go one at a time with the WH questions. So we use these to ask more information. Very useful. Number 1, where? Where is? Here, we're going to practice some very useful places. If you're in a new country, a new city, and you need to ask somebody, where is the supermarket? Where is the bus stop? Where is the hospital? As you can see, hospital in English is the same as in Spanish, but in English we say hospital with the H, hospital. And another useful one, we're in online school right now, but if you need to ask, where is the school? Escuela is school. So these are useful places, and we can talk about a million different places, but these are the most useful for where is. ¿Dónde está? If we're meeting somebody new, we don't know who they are. We use who. ¿Quién is who? To ask about people. Who is your teacher? Today, my teacher is Suzanne. Who are they? They are my family. So if you want more question about a person, more information about a person, you ask this. What? Important. We use what to ask about things or information, not people. ¿Qué? So you can use ¿qué in a lot of different ways. A very useful one, what's your name? You meet somebody new, you need to know what's your name. You can use it to say, what is this? It's a pen. Information. What do you like? I like music. Information. So what, just like in Spanish, we use it all the time. When? This is a very important one. If you take the master class, you would learn how to read the time, how to go up to people and ask the time. You would learn all the numbers that you would need to be able to go shopping, to be able to make plans, to be able to ask somebody's age. Here, if we have when, it's cuando. So we use it to ask about time. Very common. If you meet somebody new and you want to ask, when is your birthday? My birthday is in December. So it can be a different month. It could be time. Let's say we have class. What time is class? Today, class is at 7 o'clock. When is class? When is your birthday? When is class? And lastly, if you want to know when somebody did something, when did you come to Canada? When did you come to Canada? So when is very important, and it also has to do with numbers. So Masterclass is very good for that. You would learn numbers and time. Lastly, we did who, what, where, when, and now we're doing how. How is something going? How is used to talk about the way something happens. We use it every day. Just like in Spanish, we say, ¿cómo estás? In English, when you meet somebody for the first time, you say, how are you? Just like in Spanish, how are you? Very useful. How, the way something happens. So we can ask, how do you go to school? For example, how do I go to school? I take the bus every day. How do you go to school? And another, if you meet somebody for the first time, how old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes is how old are you? In English, we say, how old are you? Not how many years. How old are you? I'm 50 years old. If you take the Masterclass, you will practice how to say your age and how to ask other people about their age. Last one, WH. So we did who, quién, what, qué, where, dónde, how, cómo, and last one for today, why, ¿por qué? So just like in Spanish, you use why to ask for a reason. Why are you late? We're asking for the reason. Why are you late? Because the bus was slow. How did you get to school? You took the bus. You are late because the bus was slow. Very good if you meet somebody for the first time and you're having a conversation and you want more information. You can say, why are you moving to Canada? Why are you in school? You can say, to learn English. I want to learn English. Why are you moving to Canada? Because I want to learn English. Also, you may see, why are you late? Because. Why are you moving to Canada? Because I want to learn English. Why, por qué, and because go together a lot. Just like in Spanish, por qué and por qué. Why? Because. So very useful if you want to learn more about why somebody did something. Why are you here? Why? In the Masterclass, we talk a lot about different types of verbs that are very useful. So, to be is very special in English, and we're going to talk about each pronoun. I, you, he, she. In our classes, we talk about a verb every day. We practice something useful. We chose to talk about to be with WH questions because we use it in almost all of our answers. To be, we use it all the time when we are answering a question. I am. You are. He is. She is. Those are the most useful singular pronouns. I am, you are, he is, she is. So in the Masterclass, we practice a lot of these types of pronouns. Here you can see examples of sentences. In Spanish, there's ser and estar, but in English, there's only one. So very easy, very simple in English. So I am happy. You are Canadian. He is a boy. She is a girl. Very useful to answer questions. And you do not need to think too much. You just say, I am. You are. He is. And then...
Me gusta porque es muy sencillo. ¿No? I really like it because it's way more simple, right?
For sure. Versus Spanish, there's ser and estar.
Mm-hmm.
You have to think emotions, long time person, yo soy versus yo estoy. So it's much easier. But so far, so good. Everyone understands?
Pueden poner comentarios, chicos. Como lo decía, esta clase es 100% en inglés para que puedan sumergirse, como realmente tener esa media hora de inglés al 100. Ok, pero nos encantaría leerlos, de dónde son, por qué quieren mejorar su inglés. Ok, los estamos leyendo, ¿vale? Ok, sí, es Suzanne.
Perfecto, great. Because there's only 2 more we will do today, and we're almost done. So if there are any questions, si tú tienes preguntas, you can write them down. But we have 2 more. So we did I am, you are, he, she is. Plural, more than one person. Más que una persona. So we are, they are. We, nosotros are. They, ellos are. Very simple, very easy. These are the plural of to be. So if you are in conversation, these will happen a lot in English. Very good to know. So we would review in our homework and in our practice. But today, just example. As you can see, if somebody asks you, who are you? I am Suzanne. If somebody asks, where are you? ¿Dónde estás? I am in my house. What is that? It is a dog. So these come up, who, where, what, we use to be. Estar, ser, a lot in English. This is an example of if you meet somebody for the first time, and this will be the last thing we practice today. But an example, every class in the masterclass, you have some dialogue. So conversation. How do you talk to people? Today, we're going to practice if you meet somebody for the first time. What is your name? My name is Suzanne. Where are you from? I am from Canada. I am from Montreal. Who is that? That is my brother. Just an example. That is my brother. So what, where, who? That's an example of how we use these questions to ask for more information. Ta-da! So last slide we talk about to be is important to answer many questions. Today we spoke about these questions. When is it? ¿Cuándo es? Where are you? ¿Dónde estás? What is that? Where are? When is? What is? These are all WH questions and the verb to be together all the time in English. So if we had class today, we would talk about what do you ask people when you meet them for the first time? What would you like to say to them? So we say, what kinds of questions do you ask when you meet someone new? We would talk about where do you meet somebody new? What do you want to know? When do you meet people? Masterclass is very good for that, so we would practice that. Here are some examples. Just to practice, like we said, what's your name? What is your name? Where are you from? Where are you from? How old are you? What languages do you speak? All of you speak more than one language, so it's a good question to talk about. And then every class, we have a review. So today, amazing, you guys. We're right on time. Great job. We did who, what, where, when, and we did why and how. So that's it. If there are any questions, let me know.
Chicos. Ok, y pueden ser en inglés si quieren intentar o en español. Ok, es momento, si tienen unas dudas en inglés, aprovechamos la presencia de Susan para contestarlas, sus dudas, tal vez de estudios, ¿no? cualquier nivel en el cual están, por favor, que se tomen el tiempo aprovechando. Si no, de mientras, Suzanne, ¿qué pueden esperar? Okay, los temas, ¿no? Les thèmes que pueden como encontrar en esa masterclass, ¿no? Porque es un mes entero, 4 semanas, un tema diferente cada día. Entonces, ¿qué pueden esperar? Okay, lo puedes hacer en inglés o en español, como quieres.
Yes, so what they would expect to see?
Uh-huh.
Yes, for sure. So every class, like she said, it's 1 month. So it's amazing. A lot of practice. We would do first class. How do you meet new people? Greetings. Other classes, we do family, housing, work, friends, time, shopping, and restaurants. Restaurants, we have 2 classes. So lots of things that are very useful if you're in a new city and you meet new people, or you're at work and you need to communicate. It's all in the masterclass.
Entonces, para esas personas que quieren ver varios temas, ¿okay? Que realmente todos los temas que sí o sí les servirían estando en Canadá, estando en Estados Unidos, ¿no? Como ir de compras, ir a pedir en un restaurante, la familia, médico, como esas cosas que sí o sí les va a servir, ¿okay? Nosotros vemos el material por situación, ¿okay? Basado en el modelo Oxford. Y también, ¿okay? Otra cosa muy importante es la alianza perfecta, el modelo híbrido. Van a tener teoría, pero siempre es 1 hora de teoría y media hora de práctica con compañeros que tienen los mismos objetivos, ¿ok? Entonces estamos hablando de un mes de francés, perdón, la costumbre, un mes de inglés de lunes a jueves, ¿ok? Y siempre tienen 1 hora de las 7 a las 8, hora Montreal, más teórico, poquito más pequeños ejercicios, pero realmente la última media hora de 8 a 8 y media es para ir en salas y practicar con compañeros y un profe nativo que va averiguando lo que están haciendo y dándoles retroalimentación, ¿ok? Entonces, realmente para las personas que quieran hacer sus primeros pasos, no sé qué tal les pareció la clase de hoy sobre las preguntas con la profe Suzanne, ¿ok? Que fue un solo tema, pero nosotros estamos hablando de varios temas diferentes en todo un mes, ¿ok? Y empieza la semana próxima, ¿ok? Para estar hoy aquí, por supuesto que les tenemos una sorpresa, un descuento. Entonces, en lugar de pagar el precio normal, que es de $199, les ofrecemos un $25 de descuento, simplemente diciendo que estuvieron en la clase, aunque en la clase prueba, y que les interesa justamente hacer parte de esta ola estudiantil inmersa inglés, ¿okay? Que empieza, lo repito, el lunes próximo, ¿ok? Y Suzanne, para las personas que quieren juntarse, pero que no están seguras, ¿ok? Donc, les personnes qui veulent se joindre, mais qui sont pas sûres, they're not sure that they want to join, ¿ok? What could you say about this experience? You know, what they can expect?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question because it's normal to want to know all of your options, but you can know that this course was designed by people who really want to help you specifically. It's very rare to find a course that caters to Spanish-speaking people only and caters to what you need to learn. So it's very much about what you need in your everyday life, and it's very much with Spanish in mind. I've been a teacher for many years. I've never seen a program like this. I'm very happy to have created it because it's very much about our learners. So that's what I would say.
Perfect. Muchísimas gracias. Merci beaucoup, Suzanne. Gracias a todos que estuvieron. Aquí saben, aquí la verdad que se pueden comunicar con nosotros si tienen esa idea, esas ganas justamente de decir, este mes en agosto doy el segundo paso con mi inglés. La verdad es el tiempo, chicos, es a tiempo súper parcial y las clases quedan grabadas, tienen acceso a WhatsApp. Aquí, profe también nativo de Canadá, entonces para también acostumbrarse al acento local, ¿ok? Entonces, pues les dejaremos. Muchísimas gracias. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Suzanne. It's been a pleasure, as always. You're so resourceful, a lot of knowledge to share, and always with a really great attitude. So, a pleasure. So, chicos, nos vemos muy pronto para otro en vivo. Por favor, que nos sigan en las redes, siempre compartiendo contenido de valor. Un abrazo. Chao, chao. Yay.